Malik here. I'm the account executive here with Infinitum Media, a full stack business process outsourcing company based out of Everett, Washington. So, the purpose of this video is to kind of show you our four-step appointment process that we deploy for our clients to produce pre-qualified solar appointments with 70 to 75% sit rate. So, this video is basically just a continuation or a video explanation of our four-step appointment process. If you still don't have this document, just request us or shoot us an email and we'll send you this document. This is obviously a written down form, and I'm just gonna basically make a video so you also have a visual representation on how our proprietary four-step appointment process really works. So before we even get into it, let me tell you some stats that are going to absolutely blow you away. So we basically started to focus last year specifically in the solar industry. Our vision was to be the best company to produce solar appointments which are qualified for solar companies, because we understand two things. If solar companies can get high quality appointments and they can get top solar reps, then sky is the limit for them for growth. And both of them are interlinked. If you get high quality appointments that are pre-qualified, you can actually go and present that as your unique selling point to the top solar reps and hire them. And you tell them like you're gonna get pre-qualified appointments that close, right? And so you can pitch that and you can grab them. Also, you say goodbye forever to shared leads and appointments. Okay, say goodbye to them. No more shared leads. We have generated thousands upon thousands of appointments at scale with this brand new method that gets 70 to 75% sit rates. Okay, that's crazy. And also, we have helped our clients increase their conversion rates drastically and drop their CPA from $3,000, even $3,500 to less than $1,000. Our clients, you routinely get CPA of $1,000 and below, right? So imagine not only just forgetting about all the prospecting, but also drastically increasing your conversion rates, reducing your sales cycle within 30 days, and reducing your cost to close deal. It's the best of both worlds. So now let me walk you through how we are doing it. So we know that the market, there are a lot of shared data that is being sold and everything, and we were going through the same process. Like we would send the appointment wouldn't get approved because that appointment, they would get on the call and then that appointment would say, okay, I'm in call with some other companies as well. So I don't know why you're calling me. Already have an appointment with someone else, and then our clients would get pissed up. We would lose money, and so we had to find a better way, right? We had to find a way where we can produce data ourselves, which is not shared with anyone, which is not price shopping, and it's just better quality. So since we over the past 4 years have been working with home service companies, we have a lot of insights into different industries, especially real estate. And when we were working in real estate, we were getting our data from Zillow. So we said, these are homeowners, right? Why can't we use this data to sell them solar? Since they bought the houses, they are in that buying mode. They wouldn't be opposed to paying an extra $100 for a solar system, and they would be credit qualified. So that's what we did. We went back to Zillow to generate data. This is the most high quality homeowner data that you're ever going to get. So to give you an example of how this data is produced, or what's basically, what is the great thing about this data. Let's say that we take an example of Tampa, Florida. Let's say we have a client in Tampa, Florida, and we want to get data and appointments in Tampa, Florida. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go on Zillow. We're going to type in Tampa, Florida. Okay. And what it's going to do is obviously it's going to show us all the houses here. Now we know any house in Tampa, Florida that is under 200,000 or $300,000 is not worth going after, because the house is not big enough. Their energy cost is just not big enough, so the solar wouldn't make sense, right? So we're obviously gonna filter through that. But first, what we're gonna do is, instead of finding new house or for sale, we're gonna click sold and click apply. Now these are all the homes that have been sold previously in Tampa, Florida. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to click more, and we're going to go over here and click sold in last 24 months. Now why we want to do that? Because we want to get people who've already paid at least a minimum of 12 months of their electricity bills, right? So they actually qualify for it. Now the third thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into price, and we're going to say, okay, minimum the price of a house should be $300,000 up to $900,000. Okay. So, I mean, look at this. So many homes and houses we have in Tampa, Florida. I mean, so many houses, okay? You can even go and click beds and baths and select bathrooms. Like, for example, any house that we want to go after should at least minimum have 4+ beds and 4+ bathrooms. And now it's going to give us these details, right? We can even go and further and right here, gated community. So now it's going to find us people or homes which are in a gated community. That means that door knockers don't have access to these people, so they will be less saturated. Okay, so for now I'm just going to remove it, and this is how we're getting the data. Right now, uh, just to give you a data, I already have an address, so let me put that address to kind of show you that example. Right, so this is the address, that mortgage information. So we see here the estimated payment that this person could be paying anywhere from $2,500 to $3,300. So number one, what this tells us, that this homeowner is actually credit qualified, otherwise they wouldn't be able to get a mortgage on their house. So every lead that we're going to get is going to be credit qualified. We don't have to work on that. Number two, if they're paying $2,500 to $3,000 in their mortgage payment, they wouldn't be opposed to paying an extra $150 for a solar system if it helps them save money. So what we're going to do is we're going to collect this information, okay, and put it into our sheet. Let's put it over here, okay. And what else we're going to do? We are going to go on this data service, which provides owner information of all the people in the United States, and we're going to put this address, and voila. So now what we have here, we have the information of the owner of this property, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this as well, and we put it over here. And what we're going to also do is we're going to see average electricity bill in Tampa, Florida. So we can see that the average electricity bill is about 250 per month. That is great. Okay, 250 per month. That's great. So what we're gonna do again is go on Sunroof with Google, and this, remember guys, this is the exact same process that our guys here in our office are going through. They manually go through each and every lead and collect all this information, just like I'm collecting for you guys right now. And also not just this, but a little bit more information when they're doing it. Okay, I just can't show that on video because I don't know, something happens and YouTube just removes that video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this information over here. Okay, I'm going to click check my roof. I have 1835 hours of usable energy on this property right now. Well, I can see that it doesn't have any shades. I can see that there's 1340 square feet available for solar panels. And the best thing is I can actually choose that, since I know that generally people are paying 250 per month for the electricity, I can just click over here. And I can see here that for this particular property, the net savings in the next 20 years is going to be $21,000. So I am going to put net savings here and $21,000. Now imagine guys, if you have this information and you're reaching out to this homeowner, you already know so much about them. You know their address, you know how much approximate mortgage they're paying, you know how much average bill there is, and you know how much net savings they're going to have. So your conversation is going to be way different than if you're just trying to reach out cold. Instead, now you're reaching out armed with this information, and now you are basically helping them out, educating them how much money they can actually save by showing them proof, right? As we can see here, there are no shades on it, there are no trees, so this is a perfect house for solar. So what we can do is we can just put as this information, okay, put this information, and we can get their current existing details. We're gonna get their mails, their phone, and everything that there is, right? Now once we have all this information, we can use this as a seed audience for Facebook. We can use this for direct mailing. We can use this for SMS broadcasts. We can use this for voice broadcasts. So the whole point of kind of walking you through this process is that there is a significant amount of time being spent just to qualify and generate lead from the get-go. So when we actually make a call to them, we have a lot of information that we can guide them and educate them how solar can actually help them, so that that person is well educated but also qualified, that they're not price shopping. They're not someone whose information has been shared by between a million different companies in Tampa, Florida, let's say for example, and they've been called like crazy. I'm not saying that they're not being called by other solar companies. What I'm saying is that their information is not publicly available. They haven't signed up anywhere, so it's not like their information has been shared between million companies. So now is our chance to go in there, tell them the benefits of solar, and tell them how much savings they're going to be and convince them to have a conversation with us how we can help them go solar with $0 down or whatever. Okay, so since we have collected this data, now we have the data. What's the next step? So step one, we generate the data. Now, step two is marketing. Now, we use SMS, voice broadcast, and fronters to get interested leads from the data we gather in step one. Anyone who responds to our marketing channel with an interest in solar, our fronters get them on a call and get their electricity usage, credit score, and current energy supplier, and we put those leads into our nurture campaign to brew. Now, what does that mean? Now we have all this information. We are armed with it. We can now have a conversation with this homeowner like, hey, we've checked out with Sunroof with Google. You can see you can save 25,000 in the next 20 years. So we get their energy usage for the past 12 months. We get their credit score. We get their current energy provider. So once we do that, we move them to step number three, where we nurture these leads for 7 to 10 days and send customized information that helps them decide why solar is a good option for them, how much they can save on a 20-year, yearly, and on monthly basis, and how much they'll be contributing into CO2 reduction and all that good stuff to generate even more interest. So we've collected the information, right? So we basically have gotten a micro commitment from them. They've given us some information. That means that they're interested in terms of saving money on their electricity, right? Now we're sending them information that we collected from Sunroof with Google. We have some other resources, our marketing team that sends them that information to basically brew them, to educate them, to make them more excited. And once we do that, it's 7 to 10 days. Then we call and we know that that's the right time to basically set an appointment because they have had at least 3 to 4 touch points with us, right? They know who we are, and now is the time to basically go for the big push, which is the appointment. And they're not opposed to it because psychology works in the way when someone is doing micro commitments, they're saying small yeses, they're more likely to say a bigger yes, which in our case is to pushing them for appointment. So when we are pushing for the appointment, then we basically qualify them on these criteria. We get their 12-month average electricity bill, which should be $100 and above. This is customizable for your specific area. Let's say it could be 150 and above. We make sure that the credit score is 650 plus, make sure the roof condition is good enough to go solar. As I already showed you via Google and via Sunroof, we check that. And then we also say it should be a single family home. I showed you regrid. We go there, put in the address and see the homeowner, so we confirm it that it's a single family home, no bogus information. We get their current energy provider information, we get their contact details and address, which is verified by Haya, the same company that verifies these caller ID details for AT&T and all the big companies. Now, once we collect all this information, we have educated them on solar. They are agreed with the time and day to meet with one of our technicians. Then we deliver that appointment to you, where we schedule the appointments on your calendar. You confirm them along with their details in 24 hours, and that's a successfully delivered appointment. But we are so sure about our appointments that we also give a sit guarantee. No one does this, people charge extra for it. But since we have our own process, we are seeing 70 to 75% sit rate. We also offer sit guarantee, which is that if an appointment no shows or cancels, we'll replace it in 14 days for free. All appointments are guaranteed sits, which means, guys, if you're paying for 20 appointments, those are 20 guaranteed sits, right? So I hope that this information was helpful. If you're interested, just give us a call, schedule a meeting within our calendar, or just reach out back to us and we'll set up a time and we'll go through how we guys can work together. I'll tell you about the pricing, terms, and everything. Again, there's no big commitments. We don't have a yearly commitment, it's month to month, so don't worry about it. Let's talk and let's see if we both are a good fit.